Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Kampfpanzer 50 ton or 50 ton. It's a tier 9 German premium medium tank. It's located on the south spawn of mines under the commands of FiliPer1n0. Game on! Now this is one of the tanks I think you can get for bonus tokens, but I think it's the more expensive of the ones. It's got a 105mm gun capable of 320 alpha and a fairly decent reload time as well. Standard reload 8.05, FiliPer1n0's got 6.62. Enemy in sight, and they tried but they failed to get a hit. But oh, look at that. That Sharp Hat Future sneaked up into that position rather rapidly, and he took a round for his troubles. And now FiliPer1n0's going to use the opposite position. He did get hit, but only in the observation device. And now he's really going to terrorise this KV5. He did take a hit again, but yeah, he's gaining pens, and of course he's going for the weak spot, which of course is the Dalek on the KV5. You can easily pen that. The rest of the vehicle's very difficult to pen, but and he's been hitting the tracks, but no problem to him. He just pumps his repair kit and pops out again. And there goes the KV5, one of the toughest tanks in the game, and he's just been reduced to a smoking wreck. Now, he did take a round there from a Hawk 12, who's managed to get down onto the South Island. In fact, they've got a Scorpion G down there as well. Well, unfortunately, he's just taken around a low roll from FiliPer1n0. I think the Hawk 12 is behind those bushes, and that's why you can see our guys up here through the gap. Obviously, they're not spotted at the moment because they're too far away, and the guys around the corner can't see us at all. So we can see that Scorpion, and yes, he took another hit for 359. He's not going to be happy about that. We are going to appear here as we pop out to take a round into the Conqueror. That tracks him. Now, if we move back into the stand, into our protection, they'll probably try to shoot from the South Island. Fires another one in on the Conqueror, who suddenly realises, oops, he's in trouble. He's looking our way. Another one goes through the drive wheel, and we go into cover. We can take him out with the next round if we can get through that angle plate, and yes, he can. And he's out the game as well. So FiliPer1n0's doing rather well now. 2 kills, and he's already up to just under 4k of damage. Takes the upper plate of a Progetto 46, which is fairly weak, and gets a high roll. He's waiting for the Progetto to make the mistake of coming out again. Now he's unspotted now, so he can move across to this position without that Hawk shooting. In fact, the Hawk's actually moved up. But even though he was spotted, and I think that might have been a proximity spot, he didn't take a shot because the Hawk was moved, and the Char Future 4 is out of the game. Unfortunately, we didn't get any hit points from that shot because our teammate in the Wizzy 132 got the shot in before us, which took him out of the game. Now the danger here is he's going to get proxy spotted by the tank that's below him at the moment. Yep, there you go. There's a Tiger 2 just below, and that's going to enable the Jagdpanzer 2, who's up on the plateau just above the cap, to take a shot at us. In fact, the Progetto cheekily tried to come into the hill, which is a bad move, and he's just expended all 3 rounds, and we took a round from the strip as well. So we went for the Ram, got 70 off that, and only the Progetto only did 10 damage to us, but the next shot takes him out the game. And now that's 3 kills. He's up to 5.3k, or close to 5.4k. That Progetto made a terrible decision to come into the hill, but I suppose he just had to do something. Otherwise, FiliPer1n0 was going to dominate, and the Emil's gone down. But there's still that Hawk 12, the one who hit us earlier in the game. There he is. And he takes a round for 289, which is a very low roll. He's lucky to only get that. Okay, being joined by a C45. And we're taking the position above the entrance. But no, there's nothing really to shoot. Now, he's going down the hill, taking another position. Is he going to get shots on those guys? It's difficult, but he's blind firing them based on their previous positions. There's the UDES. He's gone. Strip. Yeah, he takes a round. FiliPer1n0 is effectively now one shot for the enemy if they can get a big enough caliber onto him. He's making a lot of holes in that Strip 103. And he just took another round, so I think he's very badly damaged now. Over on this side, though, we've got an Object 263 and an IS-3. Now, he punches one round through using the Busher mechanics, so they never saw where that one came from. The Hawk 12 is still there, but he's now been spotted, so he's now vulnerable. So he's hugging the rock, because the 263 is looking this way. He obviously felt that round and wanted to get some revenge. The Hawk's pushing on our cap area. Oh! Narrowly missed him there. The Hawk changed position, changed direction. And as he did, obviously, he managed to get round the corner or turn quick enough for FiliPer1n0 to miss him. But he's still got a lot of hit points. He's going to need at least 2 shots, maybe 3, to take him out. And that 263 is still hovering. But he can't see us now, so he popped out, put one into his lower plate. Lower plate's the weak spot on the 263 because basically it's an IS-7 hull. You see how badly damaged we did. We took shells in the rear. 263 still there, so is he going to blind fire? No, he's actually moving. Puts one into his rear, but it doesn't go through, so presumably that hit the tracks and was absorbed. It was a heat round he's using now. Okay, there's the IS-3, but he's still hiding behind the rocks. There's nothing we can do about that. And now we're hoping that the 263 is going to go past that gap, but we can't see him. Okay, changing position again. The Hawk is still down there. In fact, now the Strip 1030 is moved position. You can see how much hit points he's lost. A great many. They've moved position because our guys are getting close. The T-10 and the Astron Rex. We just got spotted again. Blind firing at that Hawk. Oh, just dodged a round that came from the north. I think that might have been the Chimera. That Hawk is still there though. He's really being a pain. That was the one who shot us from the South Island. Long way away early in the battle. And we just lost our AMX CDA 105 Chimera again. Oh no, the 263 just took out our T10s and now it's just FiliPer1n0 left on his team facing 4 enemies. Now he does have 20% of the enemy hit pool. He is up to 7k of damage. He has got 3 kills, but now it's all up to him to do the remaining 5k of damage, or 4.8k of damage. It's closer to 4.9k actually, to win this game. And I think the enemy is probably going to be convening in the hill to try and take him out en masse. There's the Chimera using the Bush mechanic, pumps one into his turret. 288 wasn't spotted. Oh, he is! He is spotted, and the Chimera is stopping to take a shot. Missed. IS-3's coming to view. He's taken around in the rear from the Hawk, who's coming to the castle grounds, or the hill grounds. And it's, yeah, as I said, it's going to take 2.5 rounds to take him out. And he's the one who gets the kill shot. Yeah, he was a pain from the start, that one. Here's the end of battle stats. Well, that was a first class tanker to FiliPer1n0 in the Kampfpanzer 50 ton. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 9. A duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. A 5 for effect for doing more damage to the hit points to his own vehicle. He did get the high caliber. He did have the most damage in the game, at least 20% of the enemy hit pool. And he got a tanker sniper for doing the most damage at a distance of at least 300 meters. But sadly, he just couldn't carry the rest of the team over the finishing line. There was just too much to do, too much damage still to go. And yeah, it was all, he'd lost too many hit points. That moment when he was actually hit by several tanks all at the same time basically stripped him of all his hit points, made him a 1-shot. In fact, it was a 2-shot for the Hawk 12. We look at team score, we can see he did get the highest damage, actually 8,531. The reason he got so much that we didn't see before was they did fire quite a few blind shots on that strip 1030, and they did hit. They did actually get him, but it wasn't recorded obviously at the time because they were blind. 8,531 to FiliPer1n0. The next high scorer had less than half of that, and that was the 263 on the enemy team with 3,710. The T10 managed 2,471, and you can see how big the performance gap between FiliPer1n0 and the rest of his team. The rest of his team really, well, fairly inexperienced, I would say, because if they're only going to get that much damage, they really aren't up to FiliPer1n0's standards. He was like a unicum or super unicum amongst a bunch of noobs. So when it came to kills, he had the second highest number. The Hawk had the top number with 4, and he had the second number with 3. And the third highest players were the Wizzy 111 Model 14, who had 2 kills, and the Object 263, along with the Scorpion, the Tiger 2, and the Kampfpanzer Spy. When it came to base XP, it was the Hawk 12 who did the best, 1,116. Actually, the second highest was FiliPer1n0, 974. I almost got that wrong. And 961 went to the Tiger 2 on the enemy team, who was actually putting up a fairly good defense against our tanks who were coming round the right-hand side of the hill. FiliPer1n0 fired 32 rounds, got 28 direct hits on the enemy and 27 penetrations. Damage of 8,531, of which 2,222 were at more than 300 meters. 11 hits received from the enemy, 7 of them penetrated, 4 non-penetrations, 930 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed, 233 hit points of damage assist. He earned 71,008 credits from the game, 56,496 from personal reserves, 46,327 from personal missions payout, and 4,320 because he got an epic or battle hero medal in a losing or drawn game, so he got the compensation for that. 215,815 credits altogether for an 8-minute game. And after repair, ammunition, resupply, consumables, he still walked away with 101,785 credits, even after using quite a few rounds of heat. 974 XP, 534 achievements, 113 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 2,375 experience points altogether. As much as he tried, he couldn't have taken those remaining 4 enemies out. Although some of them did have low hit points, the fact of the matter was it was just too much for him to do, and he was vulnerable after taking all that damage. So nice try. I suppose next time it would help if that Hawk driver wasn't around, because he was a real pain, that player really was, because he actually got a very good position earlier on in the game, and even whilst FiliPer1n0 was hanging around the arches of the hill, the entrance to the hill, putting shots into his teammates, this Hawk was down on the South Island firing back at him, and that certainly did actually cramp FiliPer1n0's style, because he wasn't able to adopt the positions he probably wanted to take, because if he had, he probably would have taken more damage from that Hawk. But kudos goes to the Hawk that he actually, after surviving the battle and having missed or managed to miss getting hit by FiliPer1n0 more than once again, he still managed to stay alive long enough and come into the castle grounds and finish him off. So there you go, pretty good game by FiliPer1n0, but this one was a loss. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.